this year in particular, I think that one thing that has stood out is them finding a way to make great adjustments and play in the second half of games and continuing to fight. Even in their one loss against Alabama, I thought they played a tremendous second half and gave themselves an opportunity to win that ball game. So it's going to take 60 minutes, and it's going to take all three phases. This can't be a one-dimensional game for us. We're going to need all three phases to play well. They've got a very balanced offensive attack. I think Gunnar Stockton has done a fantastic job of running that offense and creating explosive plays with his arms, with his legs. They're running the football effectively. Defensively, you're seeing them grow up week in and week out. Very physical front. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of new names, but they all look very similar. So they've got a very talented football team. It's going to be a great challenge, and we're looking forward to it.
Texas is looking forward to it, but one of the biggest stories coming out of yesterday was the update of Michael Taft, Jelani McDonald, and Ryan Wingo, and what's next for those guys.
All those guys practiced this morning, look great. I don't foresee any setbacks there, so feel good about that.
That's what we wanted to hear. Those are the guys that have been impressive. Those are the guys that have been the leaders of this team, and we'll hear from Michael Taft a little bit later. But one of the other things that he wanted to find out, and this was a good question because during the bye week, you obviously are trying to get healthy. You're trying to clean up some of those things. But Coach Sark is finding out exactly what it is about his team.
We had some issues, and we got better at them.
Very good. So insightful.
Yes.
Straight to the point.
I feel very aware now. Thank you, Coach.
Our guy Corey Mose was like, hey, what did you find out about your team? Because you were talking about some of the issues, and what did you end up doing? And what did he say? Found out we got issues. We got
them fixed.
Oh, I love it. I love it. This is that time of the year. We was talking about it yesterday with Signetti.
We had some issues, and we got better at them.
He said, we're getting right back to it. What did you find out about your team? What did you find out? Another part of it is being in the SEC. Coach Sark has been good friends with Kirby Smart for quite some time. They spent some time together. Now being in the SEC, they are on, I'll let him tell you, they're on some text threads together, and this is what Coach Kirby Smart had to do during that time.
He did text me Saturday morning. We're in a couple different group chats together, and Kirby and I do text periodically. But he was on that ride from Tupelo down to Starkville, which I had just done, obviously, a couple of years ago. And that's one unique thing about the SEC. It's like, man, you always want to try to stay close to stadiums, but it's hard to do that in our conference, the way some of these towns are set up. And so he checked in with what I was doing. I said, well, I just got to work out, about to have breakfast and watch you play, bud. So good luck, see how it goes. But, again, I think honestly, our relationship's probably gotten closer since we've been in the league. We have more things to talk about. I think one thing about him being the head coach at Georgia and myself being the head coach at Texas, I think that we have an opportunity to be influential on trying to do what's best for our game, not only in our conference, but in the state of college football. And I think us being aligned on as many issues as we can be aligned on, I think is good for the sport. And so we try to do that. And we're not going to agree on everything. Obviously, he's a defensive head coach, so he's trying to get all the rules in favor of the defense. I'm trying to get him in favor of the offense. But in the end, I have a ton of respect for Kirby and the job that he does, and the way that his teams play the game. And so a ton of respect for him. I always love competing against him. It's a great challenge, and this week's no different.
Love a challenge.
Yeah.
Love a challenge. But you know what I love more than the challenge? Winning. I want to win.
Yeah.
Let's go out there and let's have the pleasantries after the game.
Exactly.
After when we win. That's what I want.
I think that is where Coach Sark's mindset is this week, even more so than it was before, because he knows what's at stake. He knows what's in front of him, but there's so much more to dig into about this battle against Kirby Smart and this Georgia football team. This is one of the teams that he has not figured out yet, and he has to do that in a tough environment in Athens, Georgia. We're just getting started right here on the morning kickoff. Coming up next, we're going to talk about a snooze fest in the NFL. Another coach is looking for work. And at 7:34, we'll have Joe Cook of Inside Texas, and we'll also talk Texas women's basketball. The number 4 ranked team handled business right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
We're Madison Square Garden. Well, Dick Vitale would come in. Craig, it's good to see you. How are you? It's awesome with a capital A. I think Rick Barnes has an outstanding team. I said, Dick, I appreciate the time. Thanks very much. Rick, it's great to see you. I hear Dan Schulman, who's doing the play-by-play, goes, you realize you just called Craig Rick? He goes, Craig, wait, you got to let me straighten it out. You got to give me another chance. Let me fix it.
Hang out with Craig on AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Still working on that accident, 35 southbound at Riverside Drive, a 47-minute delay right now. 2 left lanes are blocked. Stop and go traffic now back from East 51st Street involving 4 vehicles, including 2 semi-trucks. Also, another accident blocking the left lane. This is going to be on the frontage road, southbound at Aqua Arena Springs Drive. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye. Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Celebrate UT football with Dulce Vita Tequila. 100% organic, made with 100% Blue Weber agave. With its vibrant color and fresh citrus finish, Dulce Vita Tequila offers high quality at a value that can't be beat. Hook 'em. 40% by volume, imported by Dulce Vita Spirits, Austin, Texas.
At Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leaf.
That's right. You'll love it. At any Leaf Johnson location. What you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at leafjohnsonford.com.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Oh, we're going to be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know a cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and it really works. I've actually made around $200 this year already. Now pull over so you can download Upside before we miss the concert.
Pulling over. You had me at $200.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you buy gas. Use promo code RING to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card. Download Upside and use promo code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Use promo code RING.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Michael Jackson is still making history more than 16 years after his death. His classic hit Thriller re-enters Billboard Hot 100 chart this week at number 10. It makes Jackson the first ever artist to rank in the chart's top 10 in 6 different decades. Jackson last reached the top 10 in 2018 when he was featured on Drake's Don't Matter to Me. Wizard of Oz fans will soon have the chance to own one of the most iconic costume pieces from the film. Mark Mayfield fills us in.
You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting!
Margaret Hamilton's original Wicked Witch of the West black hat is going to go up for auction next month. It's going to be part of Heritage Auction's December Hollywood Signature Auction. The auction will also include Judy Garland's red rehearsal slipper and a cast-signed copy of L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz book. Other items that will be part of the auction include Elvis Presley's 1976 Harley-Davidson, Marilyn Monroe's Cleopatra costume, and artwork from Star Wars. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Eagles are adding 4 more dates to their final 2026 shows at Sphere in Las Vegas. With 4 new shows added in March, the group will now play a total of 56 shows over 28 weekends. The last show is scheduled for March 28th. That's entertainment. I'm Jacqueline Carl.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It's a little interesting to me that all of these different weeks we get game time, right? They'll tell us when the games are this week. You can listen to the game right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, 6:30, but pregame starts at 3:30 from Bolden Acres in South Austin, not off Lamar. It's the one that's way down south off of Manchac. I will not be there. I will be celebrating my grandmother's 95th birthday. My grandmother and her twin sister, my aunt, will be celebrating their 95th birthday. So I will not be there. Thank you. So they called in the ringer. Rod Babers will be sitting in for me at Bolden Acres. But yesterday we were looking to see what time Texas would play Arkansas next week. And normally they give you two game times, Mark. They'll give you between the 5 and 7 window, and they'll give you between the 2 and 3:30 window. They'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, this week they listed it against Arkansas. The game will be at either 2:30 or 6.
Oh.
Or 6:30.
What?
2:30, 6, or 6:30. I don't understand how it's that difficult of it. Oh, let me also add this part. They didn't even tell you what TV station is going to be on. They didn't even give us that. So you're looking at a game that's possibly going to have a lot of bearing on what happens in the following weeks. But yet,
we don't know where it is.
We don't know where it is, what time it's going to be on, and what channel we're going to be on. All we know is that we will be on Bevo Boulevard 3 hours before whatever kickoff time it may be.
She having the baby. What hospital?
Just find it.
I don't. What time? I mean, like, what did they say?
Can't track her. Can't track her. Don't know where.
She don't have a location on.
Exactly. You know somebody else who didn't have their location on? Both of those offenses last night in the NFL. You talk about a snooze fest.
Hey, Marcus, you got to stop recording hard.
I thought that was you.
When we're in the break, you can't be recording them like that.
I was like, did you? I know y'all went on a trip together this past week.
We were awake. Unlike you, Mr. I'm sleepy. I'm going to take a nap during the break.
But last night's NFL matchup was a snooze fest as the Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Green Bay Packers 10-7, and it came down to the
That's what he said. He said 10-7. I've seen baseball games this year that exceeded those point totals.
World Series games.
Yeah.
You watch World Series games that exceeded that point total. So as you sit here today, and most of the time you start to look at the records. The records are who they are. We started the week with the Raiders and the Broncos. That game ended on Thursday Night Football, 10-7.
What, 3-2?
10-7. 10-7.
Yeah.
And we watched the exact same thing to end our Monday.
And it's not great defense. Like you
them defenses thought they were great.
The defenses were okay, all 4 teams, but the quarterbacks didn't lead into throws. The offensive coordinators played vanilla. Like there was nothing exotic or different about it. It's not like playing Detroit. It's not like playing the Colts.
It's not like playing Chicago now with Ben
Chicago.
Johnson. Yeah.
Like they are doing innovative things and they're putting their quarterbacks in places to make plays. And the wide receivers, they're doing a lot of crossing and drags. Like there's just no way to defend it all, even with really good defensive players. And last night we got none of it.
Yeah.
They stink.
It was awful.
None of it.
It's interesting, too, because you look at both of these quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, he was electric in the Super Bowl. Jordan Love was supposed to be the next coming. And now you start to look at Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs. Listen, those are electric players for both teams. You look at the wide receiving core, electric. They were electrocuted yesterday because they could not get it going at all.
I would jet sweep somebody and fake it and run the option the other way. Just fake, go back the other way. You got Hurts and Saquon Barkley, and you can't run the ball?
That's where
what is going on?
But this is why I wanted to ask this question. As we sit here right now and you look at the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions, they are plus 26 on their win-loss. They've won 3 in a row. They're sitting at 7-2. The Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears are sitting at 6-3. Detroit is plus 83 in plus minuses. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 6-3. The Seattle, the NFC West is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Seattle and the Rams.
And the Rams. That's
Seattle is plus 103. Plus 103. And the Rams are plus 98. If you were to pick any of those teams right now, after watching what we've watched, who would be your favorite at this particular moment to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, if you had to pick a team right now?
If I had to pick right now, I would say the Rams because I love the innovation. But Sam Darnold and that team in Seattle, they look pretty damn hard to beat. Man, you got a wide receiver that is lighting the league up, about to set a record for the franchise. The defense has given up the least amount of rushing yards for the season, every game. Like there's so many pluses, except for the fact that Walker, for whatever reason, cannot rush the ball. Like Charbonnet is carrying the load right now, and everybody had Walker listed as the feature back.
Yep, I drafted him too, so we're on the same
page. If you have 2, they usually say you don't have 1. And at running back, that's not true.
Yeah, I was going to say
the more guys that you have that can get the job done, the better. And they have 3 running backs that can get the job done. So yeah, they don't have a weakness. That's the thing. What do you key on?
Well, and so we're about to find this out. So this weekend in the NFL, we've got matchup on top of matchup. We've got Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. That's a 12 noon kickoff. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is a noon
battle
kickoff.
Of ineptitude.
No, they're both fighting. The Steelers are still at the top of the division. The Bengals are right there. They should have been at the top of the division if they didn't lose that game against Chicago when they had the chance.
That's true.
And you also have Baltimore that's ascending in the right direction. So you have that matchup. But at 3:00, you have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles. That is your 3:00 football game. At 3:25, You have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. And your nightcap for Sunday, you've got Detroit at Philadelphia.
What is the key to you? Like, I'll tell you right now.
I love the Rams. That was my preseason pick for the Super Bowl. I said that at the very beginning of the year.
If Kyron Williams can run the ball, they'll win that game. That's my key to that game. I don't know what you think about Matt Stafford.
I love Matt Stafford. I'm mad I couldn't get him on my fantasy football team. Like, he was been my quarterback every year. You know why? Because they call him Pat the Statsford. Because he was patting stats. Because he was my guy. Because they were always losing when he was in Detroit. So he was going to throw the football, and he puts up big numbers. Just like right now. His numbers are so ridiculous in the last four games. This is an all-time high. Coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas, get his takeaways from what he heard and what the expectations are going into this weekend. Stay right here, folks. The morning kickoff rolls on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Still, that accident blocking two left lanes, 35 southbound at Riverside Drive, a 48-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from East 51st Street involving 4 vehicles and 2 semi-trucks. We have an accident blocking the left lane. This is going to be on the frontage road 35 southbound at Ocarina Springs Drive. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Meet the tailgate tactician. He's got his whiteboard, a whistle, and a game plan for the grill. Burgers are in formation, buns in motion, and an end zone cooler stacked with Bud Light. Every play leads to flavor. Every drive ends with refreshment. This isn't chaos, it's coaching. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At In-N-Out, we like to think of ourselves as the vintage muscle car of burgers. After all, both are handcrafted, made with an appreciation for every detail. One with the finest materials, the other with the freshest ingredients. And seeing either one brings a smile to your face. Muscle cars and double doubles are all American classics, and both are gone in seconds.
This is the Kid with Audiovisual Consultations.
And I'm Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations.
And we wanted to prepare you for another incredible season of sports. Football is upon us.
And hockey season is upon us too.
And everyone here at ABC wants to make you feel like the real winner, even if your team doesn't make it to the playoffs.
Well, I know you're not talking about the Stars, so you must be talking about your Bruins. You're going down this year, kid. It's numbers game. Just check the stats.
Well, why not check ours? ABC has been servicing homes and businesses with surveillance, sound, and visual setups for almost 40 years, and we've never come in second place.
That's right, kid.
If you want to ensure a win this season, call Audiovisual Consultations. We've got a roster of cool stuff, and we're ready to play.
Just give us a call at 512-255-8678. That's 512-255-8678.
Even if your team doesn't take home the cup this season, remember to hug your kids, laugh with strangers, and make love to whoever the hell you want. That's 512-255-8678.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote for Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry!
Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it.
Woo!
Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Stacy, are you wearing yoga pants to go shopping?
Oh, we're not going out shopping. We're staying in with JTV.
I love jewelry television. Their pearls, their lab-grown diamond jewelry.
Oh, hello. What about their Italian gold and moissanite fire?
Okay, but what about the guys on my holiday list?
Relax. JTV has gifts galore, even for men, like watches and sunglasses.
Watch JTV live and on streaming or shop jtv.com for amazing holiday deals.
Ready to shop?
Yes, but can I borrow a pair of sweats?
Victor Wembanyama scored 18 of his 38 points in the fourth quarter to lead the Spurs over the Bulls in Chicago. Cowboys will wear helmet decals and T-shirts to honor late teammate Marshawn Nealon. Cowboys visit the Raiders Monday night. Last night, the Eagles clipped the Packers 10-7 in Green Bay. Texas getting set to visit Georgia Saturday. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
If one of us wins, we all win. I'm Ashley Rayfeld on a recent episode of our podcast. Good luck with that. We caught up with pro skater Fabiana Delfino to talk life lately, what's next in skateboarding, and why creating space for others is a part of the job. You break down the door, sick, now hold the door for everyone. I believe in that solely. But I'm you guys need to also open more doors. Bobby talks how one person's chance can change what's possible for everyone coming next. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Good Luck With That, and listen now.
Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Coming up in the next segment, we will be talking Texas women's basketball. But in this segment, it's a Tuesday, so that means our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas joins us, and you can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. Joe, yesterday, Coach Sark met with the media after the bye week, and it seemed like he was ready to go. It seemed like he wanted the game to be played yesterday. What were your takeaways from the media availability from Coach Sark?
Yeah, my big thing was hearing that the secondary, the guys that Texas needs in order to really play well over these last few weeks. Jelani McDonald, Michael Taff are practicing, and we're going about business as usual, it sounds like. So that's the big one for me. We saw how much those guys were missed, or at least Taff individually at Mississippi State. We saw how much both those guys were missed against Vanderbilt when they put up 200 yards passing in the fourth quarter. Texas needs those guys because this is a pretty good Georgia team that can pass the ball and has better wide receivers than maybe we're used to seeing from a Bulldogs offense. So big to see those guys, or hear that those guys are back on the practice field and going to help try to shore up the Longhorn defense that has not had, at least against the pass, a great couple weeks out there.
Texas has faced this quarterback, but like you were saying about these wide receivers, they're different than the guys that they played last season. What do you think that Texas is going to have to do to bracket these wide receivers?
Yeah, you know what? The game plan, I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of looks like the Oklahoma one. Now granted, Georgia isn't running an air raid, but they do a lot of quarterback run stuff. They're not afraid to let Gunnar Stockton kind of take some opportunities on his own. They obviously they have a little bit better run game than Oklahoma does, but they do have some wide receivers in Noah Thomas and Zach Branch who can kind of bust open games on their own. Zach Branch finally getting used the right way, it seems like, at Georgia as opposed to at USC. So just guys you have to keep eyes on the whole time. It's a team with Georgia that, like, you're kind of looking around the entire team and you're wondering who the superstar is, and it could very well be someone like KJ Bolden at safety, but you don't really find a superstar anywhere else. But the quality everywhere is so good, like Georgia teams of old, that there really isn't a identifiable hole on this team. There may be some things they're not great at, but there's nothing you look at on the red and black side and think like, obviously exploitable weakness. It's just high quality pretty much everywhere, but I don't know if it's elite in any one spot.
Georgia's allowed a lot more rushing this season than they have in years past. Will that be the crux of their defense and this Texas offense new resurgence in their run game?
We'll see. I mean, if you kind of got some good tests over the past couple weeks, trying to get it done. You got it done against Oklahoma. you couldn't do really anything against Kentucky, but you got some of it done against Mississippi State when you had the chance to, and you got what you needed against Vanderbilt. Well, now you're about to face a much more difficult test. Maybe the fact that they have the starting five out there on the offensive line that seems to be their best combination will give them a bump in that area. But this is going to be probably the toughest challenge when it comes to running the football since they faced Oklahoma. So we'll see if the outside zone and some of the other things that they did against Oklahoma with a good amount of success is something they'll be able to replicate in Athens.
We're talking to Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89 and always follow him at on3.com and InsideTexas.com. You talked about the running game, and a lot has to do with that new up front offensive line. Trevor Goosby, Cole Hudson, Connor Robertson, DJ Campbell, and Brandon Baker are trying to work together. What was your takeaway when you figured out that Cole Hudson, who came back from injury, was going to be bumped to left guard instead of right back in the center position?
Kind of felt like an about time type reaction. They had been trying, they had tried literally everything at left guard, and eventually, they kind of found out that they trusted Connor Robertson to handle things in the middle on his own, and that maybe their best guard was the guy they had at center. So I know they tried everything to keep Cole Hudson there at center, but it just wasn't working with Nick Brooks. Just too inconsistent. Same with Connor Stroh, and they had to finally go a different direction, and it looks like that's what's going to work. Connor Robertson's played pretty well. Cole Hudson and DJ Campbell have a lot of experience, and we've seen opposing defenses really try to attack the interior and to leave guys like Goosby and Baker kind of on their own devices. And they've done well in those areas. Maybe that's some of the, just they're taking advantage of one-on-one matchups. But if they can continue to play well, the interior starts holding up a little bit better, then you're going to see an offensive line maybe excel and continue to do really well in pass protecting. And we've seen Arch Manning really find a rhythm over these past couple of weeks when he's got time to throw.
Speaking of Arch Manning, he's back. He looked great in the game against Vanderbilt. He looks like somebody that has grown up right before our very eyes, and he seems to be even more confident every single week. What have you seen from Arch that makes you feel that way as well?
Yeah, just, he's calm. He's hitting throws. He's doing things within the offense and not really making – he's doing great things within the offense. You always like to see these quarterbacks, I don't want to say, freelance, but kind of ad-lib and do things outside the structure of the offense. And, those are always some special plays too. But sometimes the special plays are the ones within the structure. Going from one receiver to the next. And he's done a great job at that over the past few weeks, just hitting his receivers, using time in the pocket, getting out of the pocket a little bit and being accurate with his throws. And that was the big thing against Vanderbilt was he was just on point with his accuracy. Anything that wasn't completed, I think it went down as a drop. Like I don't think there were any, maybe just for like one throwaway or one like miss. All his catches were pretty much on target against Vanderbilt. So he is just doing a lot of the things that people expected of him before the season. And again, big test with Georgia. But this is a Georgia defense that seems a little bit susceptible to some long passes, maybe more so than it has been in years past. So it should be an interesting area where we might see Arch Manning try to exploit it.
You think that that's a more viable option other than going into max protections and bringing in extra offensive linemen against a team that's struggling against the run, especially inside the 20?
Yeah, when we've seen Texas do max protect, the guys that they have, Quintravian Weiser's been a great pass blocker, but we haven't seen them do the extra O-line thing very much. And then when they bring in these tight ends to max protect, they've not been good blockers. If you're going to try to do that and bring in more guys, well, you hope that they would block, but you see that the max protect additions are the guys often getting beat on some of these plays. So I think maybe sending out more guys into that formation and stretching the defense in a variety of ways and relying on Arch and his mobility to maybe be that blocker that you don't have actually blocking is the best bet, just because we've seen tight ends fail in their protection so much.
There he is, our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas, breaking it down as the Texas Longhorns get ready to take on the number 5 team in the nation, the Georgia Bulldogs. As always, Joe, we appreciate you, man, and thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, Joe.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Always bringing the heat, our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Coming up next, we're going to stay with the Texas theme as we talk Texas women's basketball. That's right. They put up big numbers. And guess what, Mark? Rory played well. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this pop again. He goes, ball two. Then crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Still that accident blocking 2 left lanes, 35 southbound at Riverside Drive, a 48-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from East 51st Street involving 4 vehicles and 2 semi-trucks. We have an accident blocking the left lane. This is going to be on the frontage road 35 southbound at Ocarina Springs Drive. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you'll find everything you need for the holidays, all for under $35. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Your Valpak Blue Envelope of Savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuzelkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, I'm Jason Alexander, and this is my dear friend, Peter Tilden.
Hey, Jay. By the way, the script says best friend.
Yes, it does, Peter. Anyway, Peter and I met over 25 years ago and became really good friends.
Best friends.
Because we had two things in common. Number one, we like to argue about everything, driving, food, music.
No, we don't. And number two, when things annoy us or they perplex us or just don't seem to make any sense, whether it's something in the news or in our personal lives, we go, really, no, really.
And then we have to find answers.
So we created a podcast called Really, No, Really. It's about finding the answers to all the things that make us go, really, no, really. Jerry Seinfeld wondered why they refused to make the stall door go all the way to the floor in a public bathroom, but he didn't get an answer. We did by reaching out to an expert.
And talking dogs. Really? No, really? We spoke to the pet parent of a dog who's become a social media star to find out if pressing buttons on a soundboard with a paw or a nose is truly communicating or are they just showing off?
Competitive eaters, they don't chew during competitions. How about that?
Really? No, really?
That's what we heard. So we spoke to some of the biggest champions of the hot dog eats hot dog world of competitive eating to get the answer. And those are just a few of the things we'll explore on the Really No Really podcast with Jason Alexander and Peter Tillins.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
Great stuff from Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Make sure you follow him at Joseph Cook 89. Coming up at 8:17, we'll be talking to the voice of the Houston Texans, Mark Vandermeer, as he breaks down that great come-from-behind victory from the Houston Texans. Last night, the Texas women, the number 4 ranked Texas women, played at the Moody Center and ended up winning that game 100-38. They held ULL through 9 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second quarter, and 9 points in the third quarter until they can get 14 in the fourth to finish it off with 38. But the scoring got started with one Rory Harmon.
It's 17-6 Longhorns. This is a 9-0 run and a steal by Harmon and lays it off the glass for 2.
Mark, she had 5 steals last night.
Yeah.
She was on her game. She was doing what Rory Harmon, no, she had 5 assists last night.
5 assists and 3 steals. Madison Booker had 6 steals.
Yeah.
And I mean, Hardge, when you force 32 turnovers, they forced 32 to 7 turnovers. You're gonna lose the game. Winning and losing was not the point. We knew Texas was gonna win that game. It was like how they're gonna play. And they're playing really, really good together already. And this is early in the season. Another 10 games, and I think they really going to know each other. And we'll see some big numbers go up.
Well, a lot of that's coming from Jordan Lee, who continues to light it up from the outside.
Inbound in the right corner. Jordan Lee. Fade away 3 is good for Lee. Her first bucket of the night.
And then she wasn't done. But in between her 3, there was an Aaliyah Crump sighting as well.
Harmon out to the right side. Crump will fire up a 3. That one's good. So all of a sudden, Longhorns come out. They didn't hit a 3 in the first half. They hit 2 here to start the second half.
And, of course, I just told you, Jordan Lee decides, I want to get another one.
Make sure she wasn't tied up outside the Lee for 3, and it's good. Jordan Lee knocks down her second 3-pointer of the ball game. She has 8 points, all in the second half, and it's 73-24 Texas.
Well, as we told you, the final score ended up being 100-38.
With 1 second to go. Inbounded, and a 3-pointer launched, and that'll do it. Longhorns with the win. Texas with the victory. The final score tonight, Texas 100. And Louisiana Lafayette 38.
38 points. That's they were outmatched. I saw it. I mean, from the very beginning. You saw it during warm-ups. You were like, yeah, Texas is about to blow this team out. And you can see the haves and the have-nots, the big-time players that they have. But post-game, Rory Harmon got a chance to talk with our Craig Way.
And Rory Harmon comes over to join us now. A pretty complete performance, 12 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists. How about that?
Yeah.
How about you said mobile there? How about your game? It was pretty mobile tonight. Felt good about it?
Yeah, I felt like I was moving a lot, moving pretty fast. I felt like I was in the right places at the right times.
I think we could have looked better as a team, but honestly, it takes a little bit more effort and practice. We just got to keep sacking days. But yeah, I felt like I felt a little bubble today. Yeah.
One thing that Coach said the other day I found interesting. He said last year, and I remember you made a reference to this. You were still trying to make sure you had everything working right, mainly the knee, on the floor, and more of a physical nature. Is it all second nature back to how it was before the injury now?
Yeah, no, I completely feel back to where it was like, it's weird because it takes a really long time. Like people think, oh, you're back in the court, you're playing. I had a knee brace on the whole season. Like then you have to worry about practicing, like learning how to play without the knee brace. So no, I feel really good right now. I feel really good.
So when everybody still holds their breath when you hit the floor, you don't hold your breath anymore?
No, people don't understand. Like when you're on the floor, that means you're playing hard. There's loose balls right there. It's all that stuff right there. So no, I'm good. I'm pretty tough.
You are good. Thanks for the time, Rory.
Thank you so much.
All right, Rory Harmon joining us.
That was a great performance by her. And like she said, this was her opportunity to look a little bit more free with the way she was moving.
Yeah.
The first game that I saw her, I guess it was Friday night, I thought she didn't look as quick. I didn't think, and I don't know if that was just the way she was feeling that day, but she didn't look as quick. Last night, she looked back to Rory Harmon again.
Well, I told you that, Coach Vic was going to let her know. He's not going to hold any punches. Like, you don't have a brace on. You've been a calendar year. Like, you got to trust yourself. And that is, every athlete wants to hear that from their coach. Like, I trust you. Do you trust you?
Right.
Like, go do you. Like, go have fun. Like, it's a game at the end of the day.
And she showed that by going out and having that performance. You also have to look at what you've seen from the freshmen. I mean, Aaliyah Crump has been able to play at a high level. She's aggressive. She gets the ball and she's headed downhill when she gets it, and then she'll pop out and shoot that three. But Jordan Lee has been very, very consistent for this basketball team. And then last night, you had Brea Cunningham coming out with 14 rebounds and 9 total points. So this is a balanced basketball team, and they're getting big minutes from a lot of people this season.
Yeah, and they had 3 starters that scored 9 points, 9 points, 8 points.
Yep.
They very easily could have held the ball, taken more shots, and hit double digits. They already had 4 people that had double digits, 5 people that had double digits, and 3 starters that didn't.
Right.
So very easily you could have had 8 people.
And one of those people that didn't have double digits was Madison Booker, which is very rare. But Kyla Oldacre had 19 points to finish off the game and was in double digits after the first quarter. She was 7 of 8 from the field, but 5 of 12 from the free throw line. As I told you before, they missed 10 free throws again last night, and some of them were on the front end of 1-and-1. So I just need them to shoot a little bit better from the free throw line. They're going to get better. I understand it, but there's some crucial times that you're going to need to make sure you hit those free throws. Great stuff by the Texas women. Texas men will be playing tomorrow night. We'll give you all the information about that. We also will hear from Coach Sean Miller as well. But hour number 1 of the morning kickoff is over. And now we head to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff. Coming up next, we're going to hear from Arch Manning and Michael Taft, and Kirby Smart talks a little bit about this Texas football team right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Hardball Hardge here, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. And at the Yellow Rose, that includes your Friday steak. From noon to 9, grab a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye that is literally as big as your face. Certified Angus beef, cooked just right for only $20. Then come back for all your football action all weekend long. 2 giant high-def screens with sound plus 12 more TVs for every angle and replay you might have missed. Hungry? $10 Rose burgers, wings, tenders, and al pastor pizza. Got you covered. Yellow Rose, where the views are amazing and so's the steak.
It's about time Pros had one partner for every part of the job. Simple ordering.
fast delivery, continuous support, all from one partner. The Home Depot delivers supplies on your schedule. Our Pro team helps you plan ahead so projects run smoother. And with Pro Extra benefits, you can simplify ordering, track spending, and save time every step of the way. Because with one partner, you get more than materials, you keep your job moving. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. My kid was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat in that short smells like a dog park. Downy rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horde, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Kickoff. Good morning, Kickoff.
It's the Morning Kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Hordes, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball Hardge, world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry. And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. In hour number 1, we got a chance to listen to Coach Sark and talking about this game against Georgia. We also learned that Michael Taft, Trey Wingo, and Jelani McDonald are all back on the practice field, and it looks like they are going to be ready to go. We also talked about the snooze fest that took place in the NFL yesterday as the Packers lose to the Eagles 10-7, and the Eagles and the Packers are still looking up at a couple teams, not because of their record, just because of the way that they were playing. We also heard from Joe Cook of Inside Texas, and we talked Texas women's basketball. Coming up at 8:17, we will have the voice of the Houston Texans, Mark Vandermeer, joining us to talk all things Houston Texans as they get ready to go on the road to take on the Tennessee Titans. But we have to talk about that victory against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we'll close out the show talking about the MLB as the Rookie of the Year was awarded. And I was not surprised by either one of them. But right now, I want you to hear from Arch Manning and Michael Taft as they talked about the leadership skills that Michael Taft brings for that secondary.
Yeah, I mean, he's a leader of this team, and I think he's going to bring a spark back, and we're excited to have him back.
We asked Arch, what's it been like to have you back? And he said the leader of the team is back. So how is a leader leading this team to a game like this?
Yeah, I appreciate him saying that. I think just understanding that, that old adage, every battle is won before it's fought. Just knowing that, if we want to go where we want to say, where we're saying we want to go, then we got to prepare right now. And everything that we do in practice has got to look like we want to win the game. And so our urgency, our accountability, everything that a practice should look like for a championship team has got to look like it every single day. So just trying to lead the guys to prepare like we want to go win Saturday.
And that's what it's all about. You have to be ready to win each game that you go out there, especially now heading into this final 3 games of the regular season to keep your playoff chances alive. Arch Manning also spoke about going to Georgia this weekend and returning to Athens because if y'all don't remember, there was a lot of pictures that were taken of Arch wearing a Georgia Bulldog hat when he was on his recruiting trip. And you remember there was a co-ed that kept saying, he's committing to Georgia. And he was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, he played the role.
Compared to when you played in twice last year. Yeah, they're a good team, well coached, they play the ball, so it's going to be a fun one.
What about playing in Athens? Ever been there? Ever been to a game there? Just about playing there?
Yeah, I went to a game there, I think my junior year of high school. I played South Carolina. It's a big-time atmosphere. I'm excited.
All right, everybody talking about how this is just kind of just another game, another week. What did it take for y'all to kind of block out, what took place last season? And, is it true that y'all not looking at this like it's, just another team?
Yeah, we're just focused on today. Saturday will be here soon enough. Got to focus on today and then have a good practice tomorrow. All right.
Got to have a good practice tomorrow. Got to get ready to go over to Georgia, take on them Bulldogs. The Longhorn. Oh, I got to pull that up. We got to bring that back, Marcus. I'll show you where it's at. I showed you before.
He is probably the most calm under pressure dude that I've seen in a while. Like he just like it's good that he don't rattle. And I think now his abilities are catching up to his coolness. If he can get that Joe Cool status where like you just don't look rattled, you just do what you do.
Yeah.
Like he can be great.
Well, he definitely
he's already good.
He's definitely been working towards that. And Craig and I yesterday on the pre-show before Coach Sark took the microphone, we were talking about the poise in which he's shown over the season from the very beginning to where he is now and the journey that he's gone on. So it's been really impressive to see him. Now, I want you to pull – you found it, Marcus?
Yeah, I found it.
All right, so after the Georgia Bulldogs, Texas beat the Georgia Bulldogs in the Sugar Bowl, and there was a fan that got so mad that Georgia got beat down by the Texas Longhorns in that Sugar Bowl, and he went to social media, and we captured this moment. It was one of the best moments that I've ever heard, and I never laughed so hard.
The Longhorns ain't been good since Vince Young left them folks.
I'm gonna find this week. I'm gonna find that whole clip because he emptied the clip. He said, we don't need to play in nothing that has a dome in it. Not a Mercedes, not a Buick. I don't need no cars that would have a dome.
Oh, my God. I need to hear this.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. But something else that Kirby Smart has been talking about is one Arch Manning. Arch Manning continues to get better, and Kirby was asked what he sees on the film from Arch Manning.
Yeah, he's playing with more confidence. I think number one, he's getting better protection. He's seeing things well. He's making good decisions. He's getting the ball out of his hand quickly. He's he's maturing. He's had an opportunity to play and grow, and you don't really get that until you get out there and play. He played a good bit last year, but the kind of games he's had to play in this year, just a different stature in terms of the SEC gauntlet. And just, you watch game by game. I watched yesterday each game throughout the year and watched him just grow and play better. He's extending plays. He's doing really well with scrambles, keeps his eyes downfield, doesn't look at the rush. He's made some really impressive wow throws, and they're playing better offensively. Yeah, it really wasn't about the celebrity nature or the last name. It was about the tape, have a good relationship with their family. I've known his dad for a while, his uncle for a long time, and his grandfather. They've got a wonderful family, but it has nothing to do with his recruitment. His recruitment was based on he's athletic, he's fast, he's tall, he's intelligent, he's got composure, he's got arm. I mean, he can do it all. He can run the ball, he can throw the ball. In this day and age, you got to have a quarterback that can do both. He can, and I think he's got great composure. He's not really affected by not many things. Even the way he's managed the hype and expectations of what he was supposed to be this year, none of that was. He didn't call any of that to come to him. It's just what the outside sources did, and it doesn't seem to have affected him. He knows he's got to grow and get better, and I think Sark's done a great job kind of bringing him up and allowing him to develop and get better. I don't really know about a pitch. I mean, it's relationships. I mean, right? I got to know him. Our staff got to know him. He came over here a lot. He was very honest and had his thoughts about both programs. He liked both programs. He had to pick one. I mean, there's no sales pitch in terms of that.
That's on the recruiting trip, man.
You know what, man? I think the thing that out of all of those things Coach Smart talked about, the Arch's ability to stand in there and eat a pass rush is I haven't seen nobody else this year stand in there and take it like he has. I mean, it's coming right down the barrel, Hardge, and he will stand right there in the face of it and deliver the ball.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. And as I've said before, it's the ability to seize the moment and not let the moment get too big for him. He's always been able to get there. And we talked about this yesterday. Early in the season when he threw that rollout and he threw the touchdown pass to Baxter last week where he extended the play.
Right.
Early in the season, he would have tucked that ball and tried to run into the end zone.
Or he would have threw it too soon.
And he let it develop. He saw what was happening. The rush came to him. He flipped the ball, touchdown. Those are experienced plays. Those are poised plays because he knows he's strong enough and fast enough to put his head down and go there. But he also knows I got my head rung the other day. Yeah, I got my head rung the other day. So let me hold up and let's see what's happening and let the play develop. And those are the things that I continue to look at when I look at what Arch Manning has become as a quarterback. I know he's still going to have his haters. I know he's still going to have his doubters, but they're not in this studio.
You need them.
It's not in this studio. It is where we have said from day one, more reps, more time, development is there. Kirby Smart is a great evaluator. We've seen it happen.
And you hear what he said.
He said it wasn't about the name, it was about the tape. The tape doesn't lie. It's more about being able to adjust to the speed of the game, and the only way you do that, you can do some of that in practice if you're playing scout team and you're going up against the fastest guys, but the other thing is, you're not getting hit in practice.
Right.
There's a big difference. You can't hit me. I got the black jersey on. I'm the one that you cannot hit. So when you go out there and you get into the game, it all starts to slow down. And I believe that the game is slowing down. And it's amazing how good you can look if your offensive line gives you time.
Yeah, you get a little bit of time. You can make that extra read.
Yep.
And you can look for your dump down. A lot of times, early in the season, Arch, especially against Ohio State, Arch would see coverage, and then when he got to his second read, he just threw it, or he threw it out of bounds, or he tried to run. He never got time to look for the third receiver or his dump down. So now he's developed.
Yeah, he's made some adjustments, and it's been very, very impressive to watch him. Now he's got one of the biggest challenge, if not the biggest challenge of the year, going on the road, playing in Athens, Georgia, against the team that has done very, very well against these Texas Longhorns. New team, though. Coming up next, we have Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, joining us right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. That's bank. Enter it now.
Ready? AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Still, that major issue in the Travis area, blocking two left lanes, I-35 southbound at Riverside Drive, about a 38-minute delay right now. Stop and go traffic back from East 51st Street. We still have that object blocking the right lane. This is going to be 35 on the frontage road southbound at East Stastney Lane, and an accident reported at Red River Street at East 5th Street. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
Mark Henry here. If you want to start your day the sweet way, I have just the place for you. Shipley's Donuts in Dripping Springs. Since 1936, Shipley's has been a Texas tradition, and they've been putting out hot, fresh donuts and kolaches every morning. Swing by 13341 West Highway 290. Open at 5 a.m. daily. Classic glaze, savory kolaches, joy in every bite. You're on your way to school, work, practice, skip the line. Order ahead on the Shipley's app. Fresh, fast, delicious. That's Shipley's and Dripping Springs. Take it from me. They're the best.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable Speeds to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
A little detour. I got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
When you're diagnosed with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, you just want to feel better.
Steroids help get my symptoms under control, but they come with problems and long-term risks. I need to look out for my future health. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation changed everything. They encouraged me to take action and even helped me find a specialist. We now have a plan that works for today and tomorrow. Don't put off finding an answer. Spill your guts. Learn more at spillyourguts.org.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
It's a Texas Tuesday. It's a Turn the Page Tuesday, but we can't do either without talking to our guy, Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, which you can hear right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And you heard that epic comeback that happened as the Houston Texans win 36-29 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Mark, that has to be one of the greatest games you have ever called in your life in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter. We have to put the disclaimer in there. The finish was so good, guys. The Texans roared back. You saw it, 29-10. They're down, and it was a lot of self-inflicted wounds, too. Mills pick, fumble on the kickoff return. I mean, credit the Jags. They forced turnovers. They're good at that. But all of a sudden, you're in a big hole, 17-0, and eventually 29-10. And really, I can't blame it on the defense. They were put on short fields. The offense really wasn't stinking up the joint. They had a touchdown in the first half, but everything just was so clunky and slow. And you're down 19. Is it going to happen? It happened. And the context of Davis Mills doing this after he hadn't started in almost 3 years, but he's been around here since 2021. He's in Trevor Lawrence's draft class, and he does that to the Jaguars. It was dramatic. It was exciting. We'll never forget it. It was a joy to watch.
Yeah, it was unbelievable because when you sit back and you look at if you just looked at the stats, you would think that the Texans dominated this game. 27 first downs, 10 of 15 on third down. You also have 412 yards of total offense to their 213, 6 yards per play. I mean, everything just sounded like it was going great for the Houston Texans, but as you mentioned, very short field, the Jaguars being able to turn it around, but your defense was still making some plays to keep you in the ball game.
Absolutely. I mean, they played great, especially when the Texans offense started to get it going. So they punched the first one in with Mills throwing to Jaden Higgins, the rookie, and then the Jags get the ball back. On second down, Danielle Hunter gets a big TFL. On third down, Danielle Hunter gets a sack, one of 3.5 on the day. We call Will Anderson the Terminator. He looked like the Terminator on that day, and Will played well too. But Danielle was a monster. J.J. Watt called the game on TV, and that was a Watt-like performance. Very clutch by Danielle Hunter to make big play after big play, real clutch defensive plays. You had the Stingley pick at the end of the half. That saved 3 points for you because they've got a great kicker with the record 68-yarder that he set the week before. So the defense really stepped it up, and they scored on the final play of the game with Sheldon Rankins off the pick forced by Will Anderson Jr.
Mark, can you do me a favor? Can you tell Mills to look at the film of what happened to the starting quarterback? Because he was out there running, and I was holding my breath every time he took off running. But he ran the ball pretty effectively when he ran it.
Well, he's got 4.5 speed, and that's what people don't realize. So he tested very well at the combine with his running velocity, and he just doesn't use it much. And I always had that problem with him when he started a lot of games during the dark years of the Texans in 2021 and 2022. I thought Mills should have run it more because in today's game, we all know it. This is nothing new. Quarterbacks who run, you don't have to do it in a crazy way. Just get a first down every now and then. In this case, it was 3rd and goal at the 14. Now think about that for a moment. 3rd and goal at the 14. You had it at the 2 following the PI on the Jags.
True.
But there they were, and would they get it? They did. When Mills took off, it's almost like slow motion. No, I thought, is he going to make it, And they still had a timeout. They still had 4th down, but you just knew you didn't want to go to 4th down. And the fact that he got the corner like that, it was a very special moment for the Texans, and hopefully it can springboard them into something special.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people continue to look at, because this week you're making the trip to Tennessee. Tennessee is a bewildered football team that is trying to find their way. And you know as well as I do.
That's a good word for they suck.
I was trying to be nice about it. But you look at this team and you're trying to figure out, are they ready to take that next step, the Houston Texans, that is, and you have to be able to go into places where you're expected to beat those types of teams and get it done.
Yeah, and they have to do it. And if I'm D'Amico Ryans, all I have to do is throw on the Miami-Buffalo tape, because Miami was like Night of the Living Dead as a team. Buffalo goes in there last week, and they get dominated. Miami runs for something like 200 yards almost. It was crazy what they did to Buffalo. And Buffalo needs these games. You know, they're battling for a potential 1 seed. They have to get back into it in their division with the Patriots playing so well. But it's one of those inexplicable things, and that is a good example of what can happen if you are not on your game. So the Texans better be ready for Tennessee. You can't overlook anybody. Weird things happen every week. Take care of your business. And I don't know about CJ because he's still in the protocol. So let's see where this ends up. You know, you want to get him back, obviously, but he's got to be fully mentally healthy, or however you want to label it, coming back from a concussion. Got to get him back full capacity, because it is only going to get harder, guys. A week from now, we're going to be talking, and Buffalo comes in a week from Thursday. So you have a short week to get ready for those Bills, and maybe you can run on them, but it's Buffalo, and I'll never look past them. So be ready for anything. It's getting exciting.
Now, a couple of guys went down with some injuries earlier, Stingley and Woody Marks, but Marks came back into the game. But what's going on with Stingley?
Well, Stingley came back too, so I think he's fine. But when I say fine, I'll put that in air quotes, because I think he's been battling stuff all year long. You know, he got shaken up in the first game against the Rams on opening day. So he hasn't really missed time. He's missed plays here and there. He might have missed a game or most of a game. But anyway, he's been out there, you know, being his all-pro self. I mean, the pick he had with the one-handed grab before the half was as good an interception as you're ever going to see. I asked D'Amico Ryans, what's the best Stingley pick? And that might be the degree of difficulty number one pick, not the context of the game. He's outstanding. Lassiter's great. These guys fly all around the field. They want to inflict harm on the opponent. That's how you want to see your defense roll. I don't know about Marks. I'm really bracing myself when I see this injury report tomorrow. They were running Trent Brown at right tackle. He's 6'8", 380. So I wonder about a human being like that being able to hold up for even 3 weeks in this league at his age. But he really helped on Sunday, so that was big.
Mark, I'm really shaky on Kirk right now. Like, if Kirk is not the answer, who is?
Well, I love what Higgins and Noel are doing. You know, there are no rookies anymore. They all say that midway through the season. And when you look at Woody Marks, Ariante Ursary at left tackle, you look at Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins at receiver, those are 4 rookies. You're playing a lot, and they're all really productive. Ursary has definitely gotten better. In week 3, Josh Hines-Allen had a good game against them for the Jags. This week, not so much. Ursary held him down, and it was him on an island against Hines-Allen most of the day. And Hines-Allen is a hell of a player. I interviewed Ursary yesterday. This is a guy to watch. I think they made the right pick here. I know they've missed on some O-linemen, or they're not as good as you want, whatever. Ursary, I think, is him at left tackle. So let's see him continue to progress. I like the receivers, though. I think Noel and Higgins are the guys, and maybe they get more reps than Kirk now. I think Kirk is still good, but, you know, you only have so many slots for people to occupy. So let's see how they handle it.
So I wanted to ask you this, because it continues to happen across sports. Coaches are being relieved of their duties. You guys are headed to Tennessee. They still have not figured it out. I don't know what's going to end up happening there. Do you think that they're going to end up making a change in Tennessee?
Well, yeah, because Mike McCoy's taken over, so he's got head coaching experience with the Chargers back in the day, and, you know, he was a good coordinator. And, you know, remember, he's the guy who got a lot out of Tim Tebow. He got, relatively, right? He got the most you could out of Tebow. And then he was Peyton Manning's offensive coordinator in Denver for a bit before he got the Charger job. So he's got some experience with quarterbacks and offense, and we'll see if they can put something together. They're coming off a bye. So you're going to get the best of whatever this version is of them. But look, it's the NFL. We say it sounds cliche, but this league is designed to be as even as possible. And I think that I'm not going to be surprised if this is a game going into the fourth quarter. I will be surprised if the Texans lose the game.
Well, they better get out there and handle their business and stay on track. D'Amico Ryans said he was never part of a game in which that was played last week. I'm sure you felt the same way, but now you got to get back and refocus and head to Tennessee to defeat the Tennessee Titans. As always, Mark, man, we appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time.
All right, go Longhorns against Georgia.
No doubt. Big weekend all the way around. We got to get this stuff done. Thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks, guys.
There he is, Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans as they get ready to head to Tennessee to make things happen. Coming up next, you got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Still, that accident is looming. 2 left lanes are blocked. This is going to be I-35 southbound at Riverside Drive, causing a 41-minute delay right now. Stop and go traffic back from East 51st Street. We saw that object blocking the right lane, 35 on the frontage road southbound at East Stastny Lane, and then an accident reported at Red River Street at East 5th Street. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Hardge here, and November's all about gratitude and big savings at Covert Ford Hutto. This month, we're showing thanks with Black Friday level deals all November long. Right now, get $9,278 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat. That's right. Don't wait for the holiday rush. The savings are here all month long. Tough trucks, legendary family service, and deals worth giving thanks for. Only at Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto. CovertFordHutto.com.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. From tequila cocktails to top shelf spirits and 29-degree drafts. Their drink menu is stacked. Bourbons, craft beers, ice balls, and so much more. Cheers to the adventure. Make sure you stop by Twin Peaks today.
Did you miss the Bitcoin wagon? Millions got rich because they got in on a technology you still don't understand. But the crypto gang got greedy, handing control of the Bitcoin network to China. This carelessness gives us a second chance called Texacoin. You're invited on the Texacoin journey. We'll guide you through this new frontier to claim your share of the profits. Don't let your friends get rich without you. Secure your seat as we take Texacoin to the moon and beyond. Learn more at Texacoin.org. This is an investment that carries risk. Texacoin.org.
Between all the holiday parties,
weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers. Oh, they're here. Hey, who needs something to drink?
we've been overindulging a little more than usual. Thank goodness we both added active liver to our diets to give our livers some much needed support so we have the energy we need to enjoy the holidays.
Active Liver from New Nordic contains a powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract designed to give your liver maximum protection and help it do vital jobs like removing toxins from alcohol, rich foods, and sweets.
Try Active Liver today and enjoy all the holiday treats with the peace of mind of knowing you're giving your liver some relief.
Find Active Liver online at Amazon, Vitacost.com, or iHerb.com. Or pick it up today at CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite. Enjoy life to the fullest with Active Liver.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, a red flag warning for your Tuesday. Sunny skies, a high of 75. Clear tonight, a low near 55. Wednesday, sunshine, a high in the mid-80s, a low of 60.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. with just one pill. Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Celebrate the season with the very best Christmas music ever made with iHeart Christmas. All your favorites 100% commercial free. Just open the app and search Holiday to find iHeart Christmas. Plus other holiday stations and playlists to put you in a merry mood. Open the app and search Holiday to start listening.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Hordes.
You already know what time it is when that music hits. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, The Undertaker, brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
Hard.
What's up, man? What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Guess back then they didn't know. And I'm hot. Girl. Guys, and when I say guys, I mean Longhorn Nation. I just want to let y'all know there's a lot of anxiety going around right now about Texas' 2 losses to Georgia. Guys, this is not the team that Texas played last year. The team last year at this time had 23 sacks. Care to know how many sacks this team has? 4. And only one of those 4 sacks is by a defensive lineman. Interceptions. I'm sorry. They have 4 interceptions and 11 sacks. And only one of those sacks is by a defensive lineman. The rest of their tackles, their leading tacklers are all, just like Kentucky, safeties and linebackers. People are getting to the second level running the ball. The key to the game is Texas being able to run the ball. They have 3 forced fumbles. They are allowing a 100-yard rusher consistently. They are not stopping teams inside the 25 against the run. Their offense, granted, has rushed for 22 touchdowns. And the quarterback is the leader in that running game. Not a wise decision to have your quarterback putting his nose in there against arguably the best defense in college football. Stay at home, do your job. Passing wise, they have at least 6 receivers that have scored touchdowns, so they have versatility in the pass game. But with this pressure that Texas is going to be applying, I just don't think that Georgia will be able. My take is this, guys. This is the year that Texas beats Georgia, and it's going to be a lot like when they went into Alabama and beat up Nick Saban and the Alabama years. if that's a word. Hardge, what say you?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because last year when Gunnar Stockton came into the game, we didn't understand who Gunnar Stockton was.
Exactly.
We didn't realize how fast he could run, how mobile he was in the pocket. He did throw an interception in the game last year. This is a different team, as you talked about before, when it comes to this football team. So it's always one of those deals where you start to understand that it is a challenge for each team that has a good approach. When you look at what Texas was able to do last year, they ran the ball for 31 yards total. I mean, against this defense. I mean, you may be right, but Kirby Smart understands what this team looks like, who it is, and what the expectation is moving forward. When I look at this Texas game and I understand what it is with our defense and being able to hold water, so to speak, is key to having Michael Taft and Jelani McDonald on the back end, because it wasn't like that before. We've seen busted plays. Communication is key moving forward. We shouldn't have miscommunications in the back end, front end, or any end of this football team because we are way further into this. 10 games now that we're in the college football season with this Texas football team, 7-2? So they should be a lot more dialed in when it comes to communication, because that is going to be a key against this team, against the Georgia Bulldogs. I don't care what it is. I don't know what it is about them, but it has been a struggle against this Georgia team. You think that you're there, and then at the end they find a way to get it done. If Texas makes the field goal with the dude that left.
Stockton?
No, the kicker that went to Miami. Anyway, the kicker that we had last year, redhead kid, he is gone.
Auburn.
If Bert Auburn makes the kick, Texas wins the ball game, we're having a totally different discussion on getting over the hump. I think the experience that you have with Mason Shipley is going to be a lot different than what you had with Bert Auburn. The moments don't need to be too big, and Texas doesn't need to make this game bigger than what it already is.
Where Texas was deficient last year is just like you just brought up, was in the special teams, not just in the kicking department, but in returning the ball. This, now that you have Dibblett, who's able to affect the game in the special teams, they're going to have to play a different game. We'll punt sometimes becomes maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should go for it.
Yep.
Maybe we should, try to angle it for the sideline. And when you angle for the sideline, sometimes you leave 15 yards on the table. You want to give Texas offense a short field. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I feel like this is the year for Texas to throw everything at them. I don't care if you're saving something for A&M. This is not the time to save anything.
I don't think there's any more
This is your
saving.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If you do this, even if you lost the last game, which I don't think is going to happen, you still are going to be high enough that you're not going to drop outside the 12. So I'm really looking for Texas to go in and not only have a good showing, but being able to really show who they are this week. This is the week to do it because everybody stuck a knife in Texas.
Yep.
After they lost to Ohio State, and then you had that failure, for lack of a better word, in Florida, in Gainesville, everybody stuck a knife in them. They done. They take them off the pit.
Yep.
Well, I hate to tell y'all, but not so fast. They still alive. And not only I think are they alive, I think they're recharged. And Arch, the light switch came on in that Kentucky game.
Right.
And ever since then, I've seen a different guy. Like I'm not saying that because I'm a homer, which I am a homer. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you telling me, Hardge, you can look me right in the face and tell me that you haven't seen a different guy?
I've been saying it since day one.
Yeah. So he's growing up.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting. It's going to be an interesting week. The intensity is going to build as the week goes on, but you can hear it all right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone with the morning kickoff. And, of course, you can listen to the Craig Way Show this afternoon from 2 to 5. And, of course, the game is always heard right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. We're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But first, we got to talk MLB Rookie of the Years. Somebody got it unanimously? Oh, yeah, and he's a big-time slugger. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
To the hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Marvin will hoist it from half court and makes it.
Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Still, that accident is looming. 2 left lanes are blocked. This is going to be I-35 southbound at Riverside Drive, causing a 41-minute delay right now. Stop and go traffic back from East 51st Street. We saw that object blocking the right lane, 35 on the frontage road southbound at East Ashley Lane, and then an accident reported at Red River Street at East 5th Street. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, you can keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. That's careers.progressive.com.
You know, starting my day off on the right foot is a big deal. I have to be on my game to give you infotainment, and that starts by taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beats Heart Chews from Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You've probably seen their logo on the football field and on the volleyball court. Yep, that Human. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure and nearly 2 times more effective than just diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great and they're easy to take, and they become a part of my daily routine. Super Beats Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now and even gives you a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/Mike to check it out. That's human.com, Mike, human with 2 N's. Enter the promo code Mike at checkout and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Your Valpak Blue Envelope of Savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. My kick was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog park. Downy rinse tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
This is Jim. Hello. Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now,
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Price is higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit more2adhd.com for additional information. That's more2adhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with ADA, ACO, and CHAD.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
What a great show we've had today. Special shout out to Joe Cook of Inside Texas, Mark Vandermeer of the Houston Texans, and all those that have been involved. Also, want to give a shout out to all the veterans out there. Happy Veterans Day. We've got one that's working with us behind the board. Our guy Marcus showed us some of his young Marcus with his military ties and looking sharp over there. Thank you, Marcus, for protecting that we're all involved. No doubt. I also want to make sure that we get this out there. Major League Baseball has been giving out their awards this week. And it all started Monday. It's going to go Tuesday. Today, they're going to give out the Manager of the Year awards. Wednesday, they're going to give out the Cy Young. And Thursday, they're giving out the MVP awards. Rookie of the Year went to Nick Kurtz, unanimously voted as the Rookie of the Year for the Oakland A's. He was the first baseman. He didn't even start the season in the big leagues. Came up after 90 games, I believe. And once he got up in the big leagues, he destroyed the baseball, batted .290, played 117 games, batted .290, .383, slugging, on-base percentage, slashing. He was killing the baseball. 36 homers, 86 RBIs, and 90 runs scored. He is the Oakland A's first baseman, a unanimous AL Rookie of the Year selection. His teammate Jack Wilson came in second, as he is the shortstop for the Oakland A's. The A's have some young talent that are coming. They just need to get it done.
Just got to develop.
They got to get it done. The Braves rookie catcher Drake Baldwin becomes the 10th Braves player to win National League Rookie of the Year. He had 19 home runs and one of the best backstops in the game, batted .274. Outstanding young player that achieved something else, the 10th player to win National Rookie of the Year from the Atlanta Braves. So tonight they will announce Manager of the Year, John Schneider of the Blue Jays, Stephen Voigt of the Guardians, and Dan Wilson of the Mariners for the American League. For the National League, they have Pat Murphy of the Brewers, Rob Thompson of the Phillies, and Terry Francona of the Cincinnati Reds.
How can you not give it to the manager of the Dodgers or the manager of the teams that made it to the World Series?
Because it is a regular season award.
Okay, you gotta say it with such malice.
Wasn't. It was regular season award. That's just like the Heisman Trophy. Regular season.
I sure don't like the way you're saying that to me right now.
That's
Marcus,
why,
did you cue it up?
Hey, that's why they have postseason awards.
Hey,
We're
talking
all-
slow is gonna get your wig split. Part 2 of my killing spree about to start. You know I'm sensitive. Don't do that. Shut up, Mike.
Well, the one thing about it is you always know that I'm gonna keep it 100.
That's not keeping it 100.
You always come in here with these down questions.
Yeah, Mike. You always come here with this.
Mug said, why don't they give it to somebody? Because it's regular season.
You said that.
What's up, Trevor?
But the important part about it is, yes, there are some opportunities for some of these guys to get it. Like you look at what Terry Francona was able to do for the Reds. This is a team that every place that Terry Francona goes, they find a way to get it done. He just has the magic touch when it comes to that. Rob Thompson, you look at the Phillies, they got one of the better teams in there. Their pitching staff is on point, and the Milwaukee Brewers had the best team in baseball until they didn't, until the Dodgers beat them. So it was regular season. They had the best record. That's why I believe that Schneider and Murphy will be the managers of the year.
Let me ask you a question. What award did my guy get? What award did the Big Dumper get?
He got the Silver Slugger Award. He did not get the Gold Glove, by the way, just so you know that. Wow. Dylan Dingler, catcher for the Tigers.
Why would they name their son Dylan and his last name is Dingler? Why would they do that? They did that because it made them laugh.
They already got a kid being made fun of. That's what they wanted to do.
They was like, listen, let's name him Dylan.
You're bad parents if you do that to make.
So we can call him DD.
Well, yeah. Well, there he is, DD.
I'm trying to figure out why would you do it. Call
him Gigi because he got a Gold Glove.
Ooh,
so there you go. So your guys got the Silver Slugger, and it's for the highest batting average, the Big Dumper. But he's up for MVP as well.
Well, I will make a correction. His first name is actually Francis. His middle name is Dylan. So he's choosing to go by Dylan Dingler.
Well, Francis too. You got one more time to call me Francis.
Okay, Deadpool. Hey, listen, I will call myself Dylan too. I was not Francis.
Francis.
See that? You know you can go to the public library and change your name. I did that.
To the public library?
Yes. I went and changed my name. Well, same name, but I changed the mark from a K to a C because I thought it looked cool. My mom caught wind of it and was like, why is there a C on your report card?
Wait.
Yeah.
You can go to the public
library. Go to the public library, get the application for when you fill out your
for your book card?
No, not just your library card. You can do that. You can change your name. The spelling of your name. You can do that. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to go today. I want you to go by the public library. No, don't change your name. I just want you to go by there and verify. Go and change your name.
You know, there's a thing called Google that will let you.
But see, you know what? Technology is different. You can go do a lot online now.
Well, I'm
but
talking
back
about
then,
to
there was
find
no
out
such
if
thing.
it was true.
Why are you always trying to argue with me?
Because you always come up with some of the most outlandish stuff I've ever heard in my life.
I've lived an outlandish life.
I'm like, hey, I want to change my name at the library. Who does that? Besides Mark Henry.
Well, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool, Hardge.
I'm like, wait, what?
Everybody is a Mark with a K. I was like,
not Vandermeer. He's with a C.
Is he?
Yes.
See, he cool.
He's the voice. He's the voice. Wait, what?
Whoa, what?
What was that?
Crazy.
Yeah. I want to see what's happening right here because I am curious to this being able to change your name.
Yeah, you can go change your name, man.
I hope the kids aren't listening to this.
Wow.
They go
I've
to
been
the
a bad
library.
influence before. Somebody gonna get a whooping like I did.
Can you change your name?
They don't give whoopings no more.
I don't know where they live at.
I'm bringing my kids over your house.
I don't know where they live at. But, yeah. Salute to the veterans. Thank you so much for your service and always protecting and looking out for those that you care about. I want to thank Mark Henry. I want to thank Marcus. I want to thank Mark Vandermeer with a C. And I want to thank Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, as it will be a Game Plan Wednesday as we get ready and get closer and closer to Texas and Georgia. We'll also talk Texas men's basketball, as we'll hear from Coach Miller as they get ready to play on Wednesday night. Just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Currently, we're farming about